Hello, people. Please tell me if my audio is a bit wrong, but I'm not actually competing in the race today, Akashik. I am
Okay,
commentating with Martin himself.
excuse me, here I am, yes. Welcome.
There we go. I'm in the broadcast mode, and now let's go live to the track. Oh, that's not live to the track. Oh no, I've completely messed something up. The one thing I wasn't expecting.
And what would that be?
That's my own screen. For some reason, it's connected. Ay, the one thing I wasn't relying on. Oh, damn it. I'm gonna have to quickly screen capture. For some reason, I can't actually just... I have no idea how to do this. Damn it, the one thing that has to go wrong goes wrong. There it is, there we are. Hopefully, that will fix.
Just let me know when we've got a visual.
It will do. There we go. We should now have a video. There we are. Awesome. It is now everything has finally...
Alright, we've got well over half the grid on track at this moment. Is there anybody who you may think will set a very, very quick lap in particular today?
Well, I must say, during that end of practice, I was looking very much at Dudek and who else was the team? Lewis. They looking absolutely rapid on track. I mean, I was looking at Dudek in the pre-season race, and it was he was quick and he was proper up there. But I was not expecting to see in practice that both teammates 1 and 2. So whether a front grid lockout will be possible is another question. We also have some new liveries, don't we? Because, well, this is your first time seeing the liveries, I'm guessing, but I believe Double. I think Double and Kaku have gone with a nice green. There it is, a nice green.
Jaguar theme.
Yeah, exactly, Jaguar, which I must say I do love my green, so that is definitely going to be high up on the charts of my liking.
Let's just hope it's high up on the timing charts as well.
I mean, with last races and the times that Double was putting, we might be seeing very much a points finish for Double, which I'm hoping him the best of luck in these coming races.
Yeah, I don't think anybody wouldn't like to see that.
Exactly, yes.
Let's go on board with him, actually. That is not going on board with him.
We're going, I think this is, Nidalapi with the a nice orange livery. I have no idea whether that's custom or not.
Bandai Namco, Picar's logos may well be in the game. Yeah, I don't see anything too crazy on there.
But I know that there are some pink liveries. I was told by Kays there were some nice pink liveries out there.
A lot of people out on track right now.
Yeah, trying to make it the much as qualifying as they can. Here we have here it is. Here's one of the pink liveries. I believe this one was
rainbow on the rear as well.
Yeah, this one was made by Kays, but oh my god, he did such an amazing job with it. Like, I've never been that much of a fan of pink, but oh my god, that sells it for me.
Yes, especially with the darker wings, it really suits the tires and gives the car a bit of a 90s feel, in my opinion.
Yeah. I have just noticed on the side there was a Star Wars Empire badge as well. I do love Star Wars. This is all of a sudden gone from really good to maybe even the best. Just because of the Star Wars badge. But I don't know if there was another. I'm hoping there was, because otherwise my memory might be going. But yeah, oh my god, lots of people on track. I'm just looking at the map right now, and
there it is, the other pink. Oh,
and just as we catch him spinning.
Yeah.
And straight back to the pit lane with the Force India. No, not Force India. Racing Point. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, both
As
teammates
both,
coming out.
clearly it's a tactical decision we're seeing right here.
Perhaps a little bit of slipstreaming decision by the team.
I mean, in this league, honestly, anything can count to making a quicker lap because they're just so close together. Because I believe the top three in the preseason were all in 1/10 of each other, which is just crazy. Is Xevious? Yeah. Yes, Xevious is here, which is our last race. As much as it wasn't official and it was still preseason, was the winner. His as much as he is promoting GZR, I can't lie. The blue and the black just together are just. These liveries are just. I do love them. I do love them. As
Yeah,
we've now.
I definitely regret not installing the livery mod even earlier.
But as we hit the 10-minute mark, we now look at the top 5 as we've got Lewis in first, Dudek in second, who's now coming out the pits. K's closely behind in a third.
With a nice Ferrari themed livery.
Of course. Scuderia El Plan. And Boj, his teammate, and Mats. This is very, very. We got 2 teams, both the Ferrari and the and Dudek and Lewis's team. I always forget what their name is because it's called. Their team is called Lewis. Lewis, basically, on the thing. So it's. In fact, I could find. I'll just find it later. But so far, I was right with the both. Lewis taking provisional pole. And Dudek behind them by 5/10, which is just. That's quite massive, actually. Lewis is way ahead.
Yeah, it's a pretty similar gap to what we saw in practice, actually. As a lot of smoke there. Not sure who went off.
As we're watching Mats, can he get a better time?
Yeah, with that final sector, it actually does improve. Okay,
overtakes Boj, so
impressive.
Yeah,
I
splitting.
think without that little slip up in the final sector, would have been good for P3 as well.
Yeah, I mean every mistake can mean every position lost. It's going to be very, very close. But I am, as much as I am saying that, it's very close between second, third, fourth, and fourth. But how has Lewis got this almost 5/10 in front of everyone? Whether that was because of slipstream, or whether it was genuine pace, which it probably was genuine pace, is just amazing. As I believe we've just passed the halfway mark of the session.
Time's flying.
Yeah, Lewis is the only one in the 13s. So,
yeah, only a small group of about 4 to 5 cars in the 14s as well, so it's looking like we've definitely got our group of front runners.
Yeah, this is going to be very, very interesting race. I think Lewis is definitely going to want to try long it out and try get as far as he can away from both his teammate and K's. As K's, oh my god!
Mighty drift.
I'm surprised he held that. That was a very, very interesting drift.
As we see his teammate going through the same corner, chasing someone who's just taken out a lot of obstacles.
The cones are flying. But as we now see, I believe that was letting Xevious letting Boj past.
Yeah, it's a really busy track. A lot of drivers for a short racetrack like this.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, one person which I am wondering, because last race was absolutely amazing by Ashin Kira in the Solar Eclipse car. And I don't know how, but last race, he had somehow managed to qualify, I believe, P12 and get into the podium of P3.
Mightily impressive.
I was absolutely, if he keeps that pace up and if he keeps this up, as Lewis setting an even quicker time, there's no stopping this man, is there?
Absolutely not. Let's see if he keeps that gap ahead of him behind him for the race as well.
Yeah, I think there's also some strategy going on as
You see Asa getting a lot of slipstream here going into the braking zone for a turn. Do not have track numbers.
I believe that is corner 4. I hope it's corner 4 because that little jink to the left somehow counts as a corner going down the first straight.
Never in my heart.
Yeah, yeah. In no one's. As, sadly, 3/10 down on his time, but whether he can gain that up in the last.
Going very wide there, too.
Yeah.
See how hard he attacks the final few corners. Smashing the curb there, going slightly wide, losing the rear end. Correcting the car, but losing lots of momentum for the final corner, which will probably leave him a bit down on exit.
Sadly, yeah, no, it keeps the same. So he's just got to improve, carry on trying to improve, because he just matched his last sector, as we see.
Yep.
I don't know who that was just came out, but yeah, as we see, probably Dudek or Lewis. I mean, Dudek has improved on his time, which is he definitely isn't as close as Lewis, which is just, I don't know, is Lewis the new alien? Because I'm looking down the order. I mean, as much as Roman isn't here, I'm just looking down the order, and I was not expecting a front row lockout by their team.
It's still all to play for, though. Kays and Mats are very, very close behind, with Boge also having an outside chance. And I do want to point out we've got about 5 cars within a second of currently pole position. But we've only got Xevious and Daylau at 1 point, certain number of seconds behind, and all the rest of the grid is 2+ seconds behind, starting from P8. That is quite the field spread.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of them very close towards the back as well. So I think straight away there's going to be a multiple different packs forming, different battles that we'll definitely have to try keep track of.
Now let's see how hard he attacks this corner here. Gets the rear a little loose, as this is going to be one of his final flying laps, with 3 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah. A lap averaging about 1:15, it seems.
Oh, as we have another person who's managed to get into the 1+ seconds of pole, which is Gogo, I believe.
Gogo, nice. Sadly, I believe last time we might have had a disconnection.
It's very unfortunate.
Which was, somehow had 7 unfortunate people taken by...
Taken too soon.
Exactly. Sent to the Shadow Realm. Or in a lot of their cases, the Lag Realm.
Oh, full throttle through there. Impressive.
Ooh.
Cutting a lot of the final corner, though. That's not going to help him. Yeah, he backs off for that.
He knew what he had done. But,
let's take a look at Onufmi for a lap.
Onufmi,
New sign up for this league.
Yeah, definitely running the nice pink Racing Point livery. These cars are just rapid, though. You normally going into that corner at about like 100. I think that's the quickest corner you actually go into, because you're going about 166 miles per hour.
Yeah, lots of work for the brakes there.
Yeah. I just realized
about a 10th up on his previous best.
Oh, that might be really good for him.
Yeah, if you can find 1 or 2 more tenths, that'll be P18 for Onufmi. Really attacking the penultimate corner. Solid final corner as well. Keeps it going.
I'm just quickly wondering, how many drivers can you see on the left side of your screen?
1/10, and I have 21 drivers up to Alex at the back.
Aha, I believe I'm missing 5 of them.
You've only got the top 16, don't you?
Maybe.
That does seem to be a bit of a quirk with this game.
Is Too Fast in 16th?
Yes.
Awesome, then I only have the top 16.
Wait, does it not show you position numbers?
I do not believe so. Oh, no, it says 19 right on the top. There it is. It turns out I am blind. I am still getting used to the broadcast. And I'm not actually regretting this whatsoever. It's actually given me a lot more room to breathe, to be honest.
Which is always nice to see. And I'd like to point out, we've got Xevious P6 and 7, only a few thousandths of a second separated from each other. Same thing for P8 and 9.
Oh my.
Really, really close rivals here.
This is just...
Oh, as a matter of fact, P12 and P13, a single millisecond separating the two at the end of the session.
A single millisecond. That is... This is a very close league. As we're now heading into the final, can anyone beat Lewis's unstoppable time of 1 minute 13.7 seconds?
We're watching Dudek on his final attempt.
Can he do it? Is he up on his time?
Yeah, he is by 80 milliseconds.
I mean,
might not be enough for P1, but it could put him safe for P2.
Yeah, still with Ultimate K's behind as well, so...
He activates the DRS.
Flying
Keeps it
through...
open in the penultimate corner and slides into the wall. Ooh.
I mean, I have noticed with these cars, it is... DRS is more of how big of balls do you have to turn it on. It's okay going through the straights, but if you turn too much, it will kill your car.
Yeah, it's really remarkable because DRS deactivates when you hit the brakes, so a lot of the faster drivers are simply not hitting the brakes for several corners.
Okay, so with the qualifying session over, we have Lewis, Dudek, and Kays. So I'm going to head us into the intro, and hope everyone enjoys that. So, we've got the start now, as we have Lewis going into first, Dudek following behind. Oh wait, what? There's already been a massive
there's
crash.
a massive crash. Somebody's dead at the back. Oh my goodness. Who is that? It is Daylau upside down on the start-finish straight. Did not even make it to turn one. What happened there?
I wish we could have an instant replay there. That was... oh my god.
Yeah, that will definitely be a safety car, I think.
Yeah, no doubt about that. His car is stuck. Whether he can reset that or whether he can get someone to help him out, that is just... he is.
Also, I believe we may have lost someone from the session because I only count 20 drivers instead of 21.
20 drivers. I believe we may have lost possibly double. This is a view that no one wants to be seeing.
Yeah, this will be very painful for Nick if he were a real driver, and he has unfortunately retired to the pits.
the stewards will definitely be having a look at that one. That was absolutely... I've no words. Didn't even make it into a first corner. But yeah, most people would think this would be an open lobby, but sadly not. But yeah, so we have Lewis in first, Dudek second, K's third, Boj fourth, Matt's fifth, and Svi sixth, and Xavius seventh. I don't see anyone who could have possibly gained positions, but that was just... I need to honestly know who hit who, because 1 second the cars are going straight, and the next you know, one of them's become the new space shuttle for NASA.
Yeah, let's hope that launch doesn't go quite that way.
Yeah. Hopefully this restart will be completely fine, as they will be going single file now through this. I don't know whether... Yes,
So
as we
some
have
people coming in.
a lot of people boxing.
I wonder, is this for damage or is this strategic?
I mean, there's a lot more pit stops to go, and it's only lap 1, so I believe potential damage for those 4 cars,
Ooh,
which...
one of the Jaguar liveried cars going into the pits with no front wing may be potentially involved with that incident.
Yeah, likewise with, I believe, Eddie as well.
That'd be cuckoo without the front wing.
As we
Some people having very short pit stops.
maybe minor damage, maybe wanting to trying to gain that advantage, or... This was worse than Barcelona. This was this was just absolutely terrible, as we sadly lost Delau in that touching of cars, but
As we've got everybody finished with their pit stops now, we're ready to rejoin the grid for the restart.
yeah, as the cars are going, I believe, going 60 miles per hour, maybe 50. Going round, so they should catch up to the end of the train. Hopefully no one whacks into no one.
Which for you Europeans out there is currently 240 kilometers per hour for Eddie.
See, this is why I need you.
Reaching a real international audience tonight.
Exactly. My friend from overseas needs to translate. Yeah, but cars all trying to warm up their tyres now as we come around the 4th corner. I'm so happy there are only a couple corners. It really helps me keep track, but does create some even nicer racing, especially at these high speeds going into these massive braking zones, which I will also be looking forward to when it comes to Monza. I believe
Ooh.
yeah, Monza's going to be fifth round, and it is going to be absolutely spicy. It's going to be no downforce, full speed. And
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in the setups for that race, because for this race tonight, I think a lot of drivers are actually running 2020 wings to be competitive here.
20, I believe that's the max, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, which is very interesting because it should cost you a lot of time on the straight, but evidently it apparently doesn't cost you enough because the top guys are... Oh, as we see another incident, there's a front wing flying there.
Yeah, someone lost their front wing. Someone having a collision with someone else. I don't know who that was. As we see Jedlin boxing. I
wonder what caused that. As we see... Oh, yeah.
More...
That's probably another lap under safety car conditions.
Let's check first, just in case he starts going. As they are going, yeah, they are going.
Oh, okay.
So, those 2 unfortunate souls missing out on the restart and probably going to the back of the pack, as we have Lewis, Dudek, Kays, Boj, Mats, and Svi.
Oh, Matt's running wide in T1.
Svi definitely gonna try as Matt tries and squeeze him. As Svi trying to go around the outside, coming into the 3rd corner. Hard on the brakes now. Matt's being a bit more confident.
Go trying to switch back. Not quite getting it on exit.
Ooh, but definitely going to be having the slipstream all the way down into this fourth corner. Will he go for a move or will he stick behind? No, as he just leaves, lets off and lets Matt stay in front. Oh, and gets a bit sideways on the exit.
Both drivers really squirrely on the throttle there.
Yeah, definitely trying to keep up with this front pack in front as he's once again sliding and letting Mozzie gain on him. Mats goes super wide, collecting a bit of a grass there.
Maybe giving Gogo another chance to catch up.
Yeah. Maybe he's taking a book out of Bottas's and trying to mow the grass.
A lot of interesting interpretations of track limits in the penultimate corner as Gogo loses the rear end.
Yeah, the steward's definitely going to be having a look at different corner methods. I believe the green on this track, you're allowed on the green, but anything past the green is out and you will be getting a penalty or a warning from exceeding track limits.
Yeah, I believe it's especially for turn 1 that's going to be looked at. So drivers who may or may not be listening, be aware.
So we're now on board with Ash and Kira trying to make moves on Too Fast in his both orange liveries with Kaku just behind. Oh, he's going for a move down the inside. Ash and Kira does he finish it? He makes it through. An amazing overtake, sliding it just in front of
Also putting Too Fast very vulnerable for Cuckoo behind.
Yeah, this... Oh, I see smoke. There's someone...
Yeah, it's from a lock up there.
But, yeah, definitely gaining now. Another person who's gaining is Mozzie on Kaku. And now, this might turn into a three-way battle. Was Mozzie looking
Absolutely.
to be on controller or keyboard, depending on the sensitivity? I believe he might have a run. Yeah, I believe he might have a run on Kaku. Probably stay behind going into this corner, but would definitely have an opportunity, potentially going into this into the third corner.
Definitely reminding Cuckoo that he is in fact still right behind him as Cuckoo gets a really good run on Too Fast ahead, going for the inside.
Here we go. Who is later on the brakes? Oh, as Mozzie goes for a dive bomb as well.
What an overtake. That was so close to being a crash.
Oh my, what? Whether Too Fast had damage or was trying to undercut Kaku and just didn't see Mozzie coming.
I think Too Fast just has a really early braking point for that corner and Mozzie didn't see that coming.
Yeah, that was almost dangerous. I was not expecting to see braking that early. But all to the benefit of Mozzie, I guess. Definitely getting a really nice and solid dive bomb. You see Eddie trying to gain on Too Fast now. Within 4 attempts, can he make any moves in these next coming laps?
Yeah, I think Too Fast may have...
Ooh,
yeah, as we see another driver go really wide in that corner. I think Too Fast may have gained some positions through the pit stops, and some of those drivers who pitted early may be trying to get past at this moment.
yeah.
Well, as we see 2 drivers going side by side in turn 1.
Ooh.
Oh, another, wow, okay.
Another interesting move into the first corner.
Pole not taking any risks, just trying to make it to the end of this race.
Oh, are they going to go 3 wide? It looks like it could happen. No. The pole just letting off a bit as Xevious takes...
A bit interesting exit there by the Racing Point themed car.
Yeah, trying to gain as much traction, and as the Racing Point is now defending from pole. Can pole get any sort of undercut? No, he doesn't have an answer. Oh, these cars are just absolutely so close together, gearbox to gearbox at some points.
Which is quite remarkable considering all the dirty air that these high downforce cars can produce, as we see more side-by-side action here.
One absolute squeeze from Ash and Kira as Kaku tries to go for the move. Definitely kept them to the right of the course.
I think the Jaguars got a better exit. Might go for move in turn 1.
Are they gonna do it?
No,
No,
they
they
think
stick
better of it.
behind. Definitely trying to pressure the solar eclipse car. This is, yeah, I believe if they keep on fighting like this two-way battle is going to turn it into a four-way battle, as Mozzie and Eddie are very close behind. As who's this in the pits?
That is Ellie pitting.
Ellie pitting. Whether that's this early, that's either a very bold strategic move.
Yeah, I don't immediately see any damage, so it's definitely an interesting stop.
I believe that looked like damage. I didn't see any tyres coming off, so as we're now watching on the counterpart to Ellie's car, a nice white instead of pink, as Gogo is now gaining on Mats and Mats and Boj, as they look to be having quite a close race.
Yeah, these three being very similar on pace for this race, staying close to each other. Slipstream probably helping quite a bit as well. Gogo, interestingly enough, waits quite a while to activate his DRS down the main straight.
But still gaining, that's his best lap so far, so clearly he has gained some rapid pace out of anywhere. All of a sudden found some really good braking zones, as he is really gaining on Mats now. I might see maybe a potential dive into this corner. No, as he stays behind him and has this ever so slight bit of a lock up.
As we have some more side-by-side action down here for P13.
Eddie Exevius and Too Fast. Oh my, Too Fast is getting all the action
close
today.
Getting really close to his teammate there. A whole gaggle of 4 cars fighting for P11, I believe.
Yeah, P11 as another potential 3 wide. The Racing Point behind, not knowing where to go as Too Fast is absolutely just pushed off. I'm getting Red Bull vibes right now, but yeah, really I don't know if there was space there. Yeah,
no, there was definitely a bit of forcing off. So Too Fast may want to report that if he's feels wronged by that move.
Yeah, that was a really good battle that I was gonna be looking at.
As the other cars that were not pushed off do continue to battle closely up until the final corners. Some
very interesting extending of corners there by Onufmi.
As he actually returns the place to Eddie, which is
very sportsmanlike.
Nice sporting driving there.
Yeah, you've got to love the sportsmanship between all these drivers.
See if he can potentially re-overtake into turns 2 or 3.
As they've both got their DRS opens, will he go for a dive? No, staying behind, trying to get possibly a run going into this 4th corner, but no
I don't
move.
think it's gonna happen.
I'm so sorry to whoever this person. I cannot. How do you say it again, Martin? Oh, who's that? I believe Exevius.
That's Exevius.
One of the. Wow, Exevius making a small mistake and just spinning out of that 4th corner. I thought he was
escaping without any damage.
Yeah, his tyres definitely going to be a bit shocked, but luckily not hitting any walls and just having a simple spin.
Exactly, as Cuckoo here still involved in some battles, definitely not having a lonely race today.
Yeah, Mozzie gaining on Kaku, as potentially Kaku also gaining on Ash and Kira. Is he going to go from... No, he's way too far back.
It would be quite a dive bomb if he does try it. Gaining a lot of time under braking, but messing up the mid-corner.
This is going to be... Yeah, I believe that... Is this the closest... Oh, who's that up ahead?
It's Onufmi fighting with Eddie.
That Onufmi. I'm gonna absolutely get killed for this later, but Onufmi definitely gaining on Eddie in front, as his teammate also trying to gain behind him.
As Onufmi gets a wonderful run out of that corner. Not quite doing for the next one though.
Yeah, very hard to overtake around this 5th corner, I believe. As I
Still
def
improves by 5 milliseconds.
I definitely think Anufmi is better through the second and first sector, but you can just see Eddie just absolutely
Pulling away.
disappears. Yeah. Whether Eddie can get into a better groove, as we have Xevious, who had spun earlier, getting back on this battle.
Potentially sacrificing stability for some speed, so may well overtake some extra cars.
We have a Racing Point sandwich with... oh!
Very hairy through turn 1. It's not a very nice corner on these cars, depending on the setup.
Xevious, definitely one of the fast drivers today, but sadly not able to push as much as he wants to. As he, once again...
Has another half spin. That's not a happy car.
I mean, it could be that due to the increased tyre wear which we've got, that these cars are very much uncontrollable and everyone is running on ice. Maybe ice towards these end laps. Because I'm going to be...
Some drivers are definitely running setups that really push the tires, and whereas others are running cars that might be a bit more understeery but are safer to drive.
Yeah, some definitely different strategies. As we see Kaku trying to gain on Ash and Kira, all the way behind him as Ash and Kira had moved to the right again to try to squeeze them. Does the Jaguar get a nice move? A nice run, not move, a nice run down into the first corner as they decide once again to stay behind.
It's a good distance to get a good run for turn 2.
They are going to have Slipstream and DRS now open.
Not quite the best exit though. I'm looking for a move into turn 4 potentially.
Yes, I was expecting to see more overtakes for this race, but I believe that that first safety car definitely reduced that. We see Matt now gaining on Boj. Yeah, Matt's now gaining on Boj. And Svi, as much as Svi last time we checked was close to the back of Matt, is now almost 9 seconds. Getting close to 10 off, but definitely an amazing recovery from the pre-season race where he sadly had disconnected and had problems.
Yeah, I do wonder if he's had a spin, because 8 to 9 seconds is about the average time that you lose on your on a spin in this game.
Yeah.
It's really wide there in turn 1. You do not want to do that, or the stewards will be breathing down your neck.
Yeah, something which you don't want in this. Anyone breathing down your neck, whether it's a driver behind you or the stewards from either a crash or track extension.
Really close battle here for P16.
Ellie and Alex, as they're going into the 4th corner. Who's going to be late on the brakes? As I believe Alex is... there's a bit of contact. As we now have
to get out of the way for Svi there.
Svi trying to...
lap his teammate. Ooh.
Ellie definitely gonna try follow through.
Oh, that's very unfortunate for Ellie, not having the best race tonight.
Something that is interesting is it looks like Alex was not letting Svi by, maybe, because I was watching that battle and I don't know whether he. Either way, once again a wide exit. People definitely loving that line for some reason. Definitely not the fastest one, but maybe better on tyres. We'll see later towards the race. I was expected to see people boxing by now as we get into a quarter through the race.
How many stops are you expecting for ideal strategies?
Well, in last race with increased tyre wear, I saw people doing 2 stops, even 3 stops, which was just, amazing to see, which is why I love the increased tyre wear. It adds very much a bigger element of strategy rather than just having one single stop.
But is this a tire wear heavy track, because there's not that many corners as you mentioned earlier?
Maybe not. But yeah, as Daylau saying, people possibly pitting at the halfway mark at lap 24.
So we've got that to look forward to, as Alsar losing the back end once again, allowing Cuckoo to stay very close mid-corner.
Yeah, this, as much as we haven't seen that too much side-by-side action, a lot more than maybe other fights, but these two have just been almost stuck to each other like glue. They have been always Ash and Kira getting a bit wide going for that corner, and Alex now pitting.
I wonder if that's for damage. Because as you said, it may still be too early for a normal pit stop.
Yeah, possible damage. These cars are very fragile, so almost missing his box. It looks like, and going into the pit wall. But
thankfully avoiding his pit crew.
it looks like he's being released. Is he moving?
No, not quite yet.
Must be for damage though. Possibly fixing maybe a front wing, or a,
He's definitely refueled the car.
Definitely, yeah. As he's gone from, maybe we're gonna have to see fuel pit stops. Maybe people don't actually have enough fuel for the race.
Let's check how much the leader's on right now.
Oh,
only 7 left. That's gonna be a lot of pit stops soon.
That is, well, we might be looking at a for Lewis last time, because Lewis did 3 stops.
Yeah, Lewis has started the race on a lower amount of fuel than, for instance, his rivals Keza and I assume Boj as well. Yeah, they're both at nearly 40 liters of fuel.
I mean, definitely getting away. He's 8 seconds ahead of his teammate, which is just wow.
Dudek's getting his way through some lap traffic here.
I really thought we would have seen potentially another close battle for the front like last race, but Lewis, just like qualifying, an absolute monster.
I think they've hit the nail on the hammer with the setup here. I think they've done a really good job today. So far, at least the race is not over yet.
His teammate trying to mirror his success by being in P2, but just not being able to get the same exact pace, but definitely having a lot more than the other drivers.
As Eddie and Xevious, 2 teammates working together at the edge of the top 10.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, do you think they have any team orders between them, or do you think it's going to be all hands on deck for both defending and attacking?
I think if Xevious thinks he's got some more pace in there, that he may well try and pass his teammate. Because we've seen he's pretty quick, but he's just struggling with stability so far.
Yeah, it's definitely wanting to.
As Gogo is into the pits.
Gogo now to pits. Whether that, yes, it looks like that is for his first fuel stop. This is very interesting. Some people under-fueling their car to get a better launch off of the start for the first part of the race.
Which I must say is not a very common practice in Project Cars 2.
Yeah, but and a very quick stop, clearly not even having any damage as well.
Yeah, only 50 liters in that car. He's definitely gonna have to pit again.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm probably gonna have to change his tires both times as well, because
as the leader is in as well.
As we see a lot of teams now coming out to service their cars.
Dudek takes the lead now, but will probably come in on the next lap. Let's see how much fuel Lewis puts in. 83. Okay, he's going a bit longer.
Dudek now in first place, taking over the place of his teammate. I'm going to try extend his lap time. Whether he has time for another lap.
Has Case always been this close? He's only 4 seconds behind.
No, Case. Maybe Dudek spun. I do not remember Case being this close to Dudek.
Well, we'll see where Dudek comes out in relation to his teammate after his pit stop. That is definitely an interesting development there.
Yeah. Ultimate K's and Boj definitely going to have to, as Daylight said, definitely going to have to try to step it up for the next race. Normally...
We see Ellie in the pits again. Ooh, that's got to be another damage stop.
That is going to be really, really costly.
And Dudek comes in as well.
As now we have a new team in the first place now.
For the first time this race.
Yeah, for the first time this race, we've had a front row lockout with both Lewis and Dudek.
Will we see identical pit strategies for the two teammates? 67 liters. That's not as many liters as Lewis has. Interesting. Okay.
Maybe K's as well. Probably gonna want to try and overcut Dudek. There we go. As I've just been informed that sadly Nico has crashed. Ashen Kira has crashed.
Oh no.
Yeah, as we now see him going into the box. That is he was doing so well as well.
Oh, and Xavia's cutting it close with just a single liter remaining in the tank.
Wow. These drivers giving it all. Every little less bit of fuel will definitely improve their times, but at the same time you also got to consider the tyre wear and how much that will affect the car. As we still see, this is just... We're going to have Kaku and need a lap 5/10 between them. And Kaku wanting all the slipstream.
Kuku's seen so much action this race. Definitely going to have to take a shower afterwards after being exposed to so much dirty air. Yeah,
we're definitely going to have to see if we can bring them into the commentary booth. And, using a bit of anti-steer as well, trying to keep the car in straight line.
Now, 2 of the top 5 have pitted so far. Has Needlap pitted, do you think?
I think he may have. I mean, I'm looking at his fuel usage, and it's the most of anyone I've seen so far. So maybe he's gone for an early pit stop, but that's also the same with Kaku. And has Kaku pit? I don't believe Kaku's pitted, have they?
They may have started on full fuel.
Then maybe
can we see pit stops in the timings?
Yes, I believe we can. No, we can't.
No, okay.
Damn it. We should be able to see those towards the end of the race.
There's almost contact.
Hopefully not Kaku not getting damage from touching the back of Niederlap's.
Definitely not showing any signs of slowing down.
Yeah, definitely trying to push Niederlap to the limits, trying to keep the pressure on. Because if Niederlap just makes one mistake, Kaku will be all over him. As we go into the 5th corner now, Niederlap potentially going a bit wide. No, still on course. This is...
Kuku taking all of the track there for the entry.
Yeah, wanting to get the best exit they can. As we come into the final sector. To the right, can Kaku have any answer this lap? As we go round the corner, definitely getting a better run. We might see a potential overtake going into corner 1. Do they have enough of a run? They're gaining and gaining and gaining. Moving to the right. But once again,
showing that he's still there, but getting a very, very crazy exit out of turn 1.
Yeah, once again using pressure as their friend, just trying to keep the pressure on, potentially not going for any dangerous moves, but definitely letting Niederlap know that they are there.
That is one hungry Jaguar.
Oh, as they are now gearbox to gearbox. As they're only 2/10 off of each other, we might be seeing a move as Kaku moves to the right. But once again falls back into line.
Yeah, having a look there, but nothing quite doing. You said gearbox to gearbox a second ago. Is Kuku's gearbox inside of his front wing?
I mean, with the pace that they've had so far, maybe because they are up in P7, and I do not believe they qualified this high up. So definitely bringing the action to the top 10.
Can you remember where Kuku finished in the previous race?
In the previous race, I cannot remember, sadly.
Because I must say it's looking very good for a top 10 here.
Yeah, definitely. Who's this in the pits? Too fast.
This is too fast, presumably for fuel. It's a nice, healthy 109 liters in that car.
Fueling it to the max.
As we see somebody else coming in too, I believe that's Eddie.
I mean, we are actually hitting the halfway point in the race almost the halfway point. Still a few laps until that, but we are going to be seeing a lot of pit stops for people who are either doing a one stop or people who've come in for potential fuel.
As Ozza gets a move done on pole.
Ashton Kira definitely getting a lot better exit and getting the undercut on pole.
I've got to say though, I love the dark blue on that livery.
Yeah, yeah, it is for one of the default liveries, I believe. It's up there with the top ones, definitely. It's very shiny.
Yeah, it reminds me quite a bit of the current F1 Williams as well, as Cuckoo's still clinging to the back of Nidlap. I think if we had a driver of the day, we definitely have a contender for it tonight.
Yeah, we
Oh, there he goes.
Oh.
Better exit out of turn 1.
Are we going to see any retaliation? Maybe a possible dive bomb from Need the Lap as Cuckoo moves to the right to defend. Need the Lap potentially going for an undercut. Does he get the move? No, Cuckoo definitely blocking them off, but they are very close. And we'll have DRS going down here in Slipstream.
It's remarkably difficult to see if it's activated because of how small it is on these cars.
Yeah. But all small things make a difference.
As we see Matt's coming into the pits now.
I believe this is Matt's first pit stop.
Yeah, still has 12 liters left, so I assume he's coming in for fuel and tires.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe going for a one stop. A bold move, I definitely would be saying. But definitely maybe the right one in this case. As
see how much he fills up his car with. Goes to 86, same as we saw earlier.
And he's loud, yeah. No damage. No damage at all. And yeah, will Cuckoo get Matt's? Though it's going to be a very close one. No, as Cuckoo comes out.
No, they come out ahead. He comes out ahead.
Oh, and so does. Is that.
That's Nidlap.
Nidlap, yeah. Nidlap also getting in front of Matt. Matt's definitely going to be upset by that. But he does
pitted right into lots of traffic there.
Does have the better tyre and the better pace.
As Kaiser comes into the pits as well, but he'll presumably come out ahead of this pack.
Yeah, moving to the right, probably wanting to heat up his tyres.
Ooh, a little lockup from Nidlap there.
Oh, and a mistake by Cuckoo up ahead. Maybe Nidlap will have a potential run. Yeah, they do. They're going side by side, going into this absolute corner. This is an absolute unorthodox place to overtake, but Nidlap gets the move done.
And we've got first row seats thanks to Mats here.
Let's see. Maybe him pitting a little early and having this traffic ahead is definitely a bonus for us.
As Kaiser comes back out in P4 miles ahead of this pack.
Yeah, Dudek now 20 seconds ahead of Ultimate K. He's definitely going to want a bigger track gap
Nidlap
than
desperately
that.
trying to break the slipstream there.
Oh, this is going to be absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to see what moves they are going to commit on each other. As are there going to be any potential dives going into the third corner? Cuckoo once again moving to the right, but not. Cuckoo, they are all about. All about the mind games. As Nidlap maybe falling under pressure, or just maybe falling a bit too much early on the throttle.
Oh, that is very unfortunate. That's cost him at least 3 or 4 places.
And now Cuckoo not having anyone slipstream ahead, Mats is going to be absolutely all over them. This is going to be a very close battle, I believe.
Cuckoo and Nidlap were showing some really, really nice pace there, as Mats was definitely not just able to get by them immediately. It's definitely having a bit of a rough time getting out of this dirty air.
Yeah, definitely going to be hard. I mean, we've been on board with Cuckoo basically the entire. Or Matt's also going a bit wide again, but then again, he's using absolute all that track extension he can because the green is actually is legal. There we go. Finally got the words, and of course the best color as well. But Matt's surprisingly not gaining. This might be because of the weight load, because Matt's did fuel up all the way to 86 litres.
As
So
Cuckoo's running 38 at the moment.
so more than half. So maybe having the more of turn-in than Matt's will.
Oh, the
as-
cameraman just had a seizure.
As we're gaining on some back markers. Is that maybe Ashen Kira or Day Lau who
No, it's not Asa.
who I believe I saw someone with a broken front wing.
I think that may be Larudi, unless he just has a really dark front wing.
Potentially, yeah.
No, it's definitely missing. That is a front wingless car going into the gravel.
Don't know how they did not notice that would have gone missing. But yeah, going straight into the gravel, but due to not having that certain turn in, which that nice downforce to the front wing, as we see someone box now to get a new front wing.
Ooh, cutting it really close there. Yeah, we'll find out who that is in just a second as we see Mozzie coming into the pits.
Yeah, coming into the
Also
half.
a fuel stop.
Definitely a fuel stop. Now, I hope that no one has problems when it comes to pit stops. We know this game can be very ridiculous. I really do hope that no one has problems with pit stops.
The leader's in. Boj just come in for a scheduled stop.
Once again, so Boj definitely going to try the one stop. And going to try overcut both Dudek and Lewis. As we now see, I believe that's Dudek passing. And yeah, once again, both of the cars was all Dudek just getting a bit close with that back marker there. But yeah, definitely close one. As yeah, Matt's now pressuring Kaku even to the point where they start defending. No, Kaku pitting.
Into the pits, probably for tires, because he's still got quite a bit of fuel left.
Yeah, this is...
Several other drivers coming in as well. I see Needlap in the pits, Jedlin in the pits.
Yeah, we see
Too Fast in the pits as well.
All the pit crews now coming out to grab either tyres or repair the car or just add fuel.
And just for the lead battle, to put into perspective, when Boj, one of our most capable drivers, definitely, when he pitted, Lewis was only 7 to 9 seconds behind him, so he's got absolutely rapid pace to make that extra pit stop work for him.
Yeah, as Lewis now being stuck behind a lot of back markers, it looks like, from the map. As I believe that back marker is that... Are they missing a front wing? Am I seeing things?
Yes, they are.
A very interesting strategy by the back marker there. Was not expecting to see that at all. But
I believe that's still Larudi. I don't think he's come in for a new one.
I mean, for people who've put 2020 downforce on, this may be seen as completely out the window, but maybe Laruti's gone for such a front downforce car as he goes wide to the point where he doesn't need it. Definitely.
Well, I think we've just lost 2 drivers.
We lost another 2.
At the same time, I think we just went from 18 to 16 because I was about to switch to our Jaguar driver, and he's no longer in the list.
What, double?
No, Cuckoo. I think he's gone.
Where's Cook? No! Maybe having a connection, or maybe they got screwed over there by their pit team.
Oh, that is just so unfortunate. He was having the race of his life.
Honestly, they are. Yeah,
Let's
definitely giving us the best.
Of who's left in this race so far. So Lewis still in P1, followed by his teammate Dudek, about 7 seconds behind. Also chasing Larudi, the car trying an interesting version of weight reduction.
Yeah.
Kazan not too far behind, similar distance to Dudek as Dudek's behind his teammate, but carrying considerably more fuel than at least Dudek is. Boj P4, not too far behind as well. Matt's having a lonely race after Cuckoo's disconnect. Go still in the mix as well, not too far ahead of Xevious, who seems to have come out of a spin, or is that just a really slow exit?
Maybe, I mean, sadly knowing Xevious, I don't want to presume anything, but he has been very touchy when it comes to the throttle this race.
It does seem like he's recovered some positions up in P7 now, followed by Malzi not too far behind. Eddie,
Yeah.
Xevious teammate, only a few corners behind as well, going slightly wide there. Onufmi being chased by Azajinkira.
Yeah, it's quite funny as you were saying that you're giving us a bit of a robot voice, but I think it's normalised now, hopefully. Yeah, Ash and Kira definitely definitely not as bold as what he had gone through last time. Maybe he can gain somehow 7 or 8 positions in these last coming laps. There's no telling with him, but definitely
There's a
not.
battle going on between Jedlin and Neelap
pre-season.
just behind. So they seem to have diverged a bit after that turn 3.
Is that a back marker ahead, or is that Ash and no, that is Dudek. That's a front runner ahead, as we see.
They've just been left.
Or maybe Jedlin getting a bad exit.
Neelap goes wide, but Jedlin struggling with the rear end. They're doing really well to keep that under control.
Yeah, when these tyres go, they definitely go. I mean, I was doing some... Well, I haven't done some practice on this track. But definitely when it came to Catalonian tyres, when they went, it was like, you know, at one point you have grip and then you don't. It's very much a gamble when it comes to tyre strategy and pit stops. But it looks like it's paid off for Lewis. But I am saying that, has Dudek has gained, from last time I checked, 2 seconds, because that was about around 8 seconds, the gap. So maybe Dudek potentially bringing it. Yes, it's now gone down to 5. Maybe we might see a fight towards the end of the race. Maybe even a potential win for Dudek. Or even
I do really wonder what the differing fuel loads are for, though, because we see Lewis running a lot more fuel than Dudek right now, so that may explain the difference in speed, but I'm wondering if there's kind of a split strategy going on there.
Yeah, definitely going to be an interesting one. I mean, we've
got
already
2
seen...
drivers in the pits. Onufmi as well as Pole.
I believe, so now Pole, with his pit stops at the end, I believe he's just leaving now.
Yeah.
With no traffic, so hopefully he gets a nice big breath of air and can just gain a lot of time on whoever he may be undercutting or overcutting.
And just to complete our rundown from a minute ago, after Needlap, we still got Ellie in this race, followed by Pole just coming freshly out of the pits, and Laruti, who's still not got a front wing.
Definitely going to be an interesting one, because as much as, yes...
Dudek spinning.
Dudek spinning?
Pitting.
Sorry. Oh my god, I thought you said spinning for a second. My heart jumped.
I mean, who knows? He may have spun into the pits.
This is going to be very, very interesting, because I know for a fact I'd spoken to Dudek earlier, and he has been wanting to get a podium in this league for...
Ooh, Matt, he comes out behind Mats, though. What's going to happen here?
Oh, this... Well...
Mats may be fueled to the end of the race.
And, yeah, it looks like both of them now made their... Yeah, definitely both done their final pit stops now. So definitely this is going to be till the end of the race. I don't know if Dudek is going to be able to... If he makes his way back up and somehow gains 20 seconds on Boja, makes it into the podium, this is going to be absolutely remarkable.
Yeah, this is definitely a fight for position here, as Svi is now in the pits as well.
So, when it comes to... Because I believe Ultimate K's and Boja are on different strategies, aren't they? Than the... So how much fuel? Do they have enough fuel to go to the end? Probably, yeah. This is going to be quite interesting.
I think Lewis does too.
So, Lewis with that
Yeah,
15
Lewis has only got
second.
1 liter of less than Boj, so I think they're all top threes going to the end on this. So Dudek might be in trouble.
Yeah, this is going to be... I mean, dude, I definitely wanted to get that P4 off of Mats, but a podium would be so much better. As he keeps within the green, maybe coming off a little bit, but...
Staying very close here on this straight.
Yeah, definitely going
Or
to be
turn
wanting
two,
to
as
go
some
for
heretics
some
know it.
moves. Yeah. The corner no one talks about as he potentially tries to go for a dive. Matt's leaving him
Mats
the
leaves him
room.
the space, yeah.
They're now side by side, going to be going into the corner 4 now.
I think he's got a lot of traction on those new tires, which will definitely help him if he's going to want to catch up. But side by side into this corner makes it stick.
I believe Matt's maybe possibly knowing that he's lost position, maybe just giving him a bit more room, because, I mean, saying that Xavius is about 1 minute 23 behind, almost an entire lap. Well, no, yes, an entire lap behind. So these front 5 runners in a class of their own, just being able to go and move completely away from everyone else. So
Now, Dudek has, what, 14 laps to catch K's by about 30 seconds?
wow, that is... If he does this, maybe driver of the day might have to go to him, because...
Let's stay on board with him for a lap to see if he's getting some better sector times.
Yeah.
Because as it stands, he needs to catch them by over 2 seconds a lap.
I mean, let's go to the unless... Oh, yeah, Dudek definitely being a bit confused when it comes to the back marker.
Especially the wingless one.
Yeah, the wing. He hasn't had his Red Bull.
Oh, look at that rear wing on. Oh, I wish we'd gone on board with Mats earlier, because that is a very interesting rear wing on Dudek's car.
Yes. Oh, yeah, Dudek definitely gaining away, and Matt's being completely held up by the rear. Maybe not the best position for the for overtaking at all, to be honest.
I believe Larudi does still need to come in for fuel, so I wonder if he's gonna try and put on a new wing there.
Maybe.
But,
I mean, they've been out for ages on it. I'm surprised they haven't been black and orange flags.
I mean, there's the question too, because this is still P-Cars 2. What if Larudi's tried to put on a new wing and the game just told him no?
Maybe,
that has
yeah.
happened before as well.
You are right, yeah. Project Cars does have a tendency to do a Ferrari and not repair things and not put you on the right strategy you want.
Now let's see. Dudek does not seem to be catching the top 3. I think the gap was 41 seconds last time I checked. It's at 42.5 now.
Wait, is that Boj up ahead?
No.
Which one was Oh, okay, so maybe, yeah. As I believe Boj is actually coming through the last corners right now.
I think that would be Ellie right ahead, who actually pitted again recently, as Xavius is now in the pits for fuel once again.
Yeah, it'd be really interesting if towards the end of the laps, if people actually end up pitting in front of Dudek would be able to sneak just past one of them.
Now let's see who's got the least amount of fuel in the top 3. So Lewis at 33, Ultimate at 39, Boj 34. So if anyone's pitting it, I don't think it's going to be K's.
Yeah, K's definitely clearly having the better race pace and the better strategy right now.
Matt's having considerably more fuel than the top 4. I wonder if that's a miscalculation or if the others are going to have to put in an extra stop.
Yeah, it's going to be, whether they have to pit or not. Definitely not going to be ideal, since we're literally coming into the last 12 laps of the race, which is going to be absolutely horrible. Because you may not just lose one spot, but you might just lose maybe even a minute, because the pit stops in Project Cars are quite long. I mean, except for these cars, because I believe these cars actually do tyres and fueling at the same time, which is, for Project Cars, that's remarkable.
That is true. That is true. As we see Svi going into the final few corners, going extremely
Whoa.
wide. That
Doing it.
looked that didn't look like an accident. That looked like a very stable car going through there.
Yeah, a little bit of lawn mowing. Maybe the
So that's a PB as well.
yeah, maybe the stewards want to have a look. But I mean,
Ooh, turn one. That's
a
let's
creative
stay on
line.
board for a lap. As we're running out of battles since Cuckoo has unfortunately dropped from this race.
As we're coming into the corner known as Remus, I finally whipped out the book, so I now know all the corner names, which is
Yeah, I tried Googling it a second ago, and for some reason autocomplete ended up sending me to a Google page of converting the euro to the Pakistani rupee.
oh my, yeah, that is definitely not what you were looking for. As
Ooh, as Svi seems to be lagging a bit.
yeah, luckily not as bad as some other times where he literally stopped on the track. I mean, if that was in real life, the G-force would have just necks would have been broken. Um, but yeah,
Svi, though, only 3 seconds behind Eddie, may very well still catch him before the end of this race.
let's see you going through this last corner once again, taking a really creative. I must say 2 times in a row, a bit interesting.
Yeah, once again setting a PB as well. Let's have a look at turn one.
Oh, Svi, you're not making
I mean,
yourself look good.
He has to know. He has to know. I think he
See-
may just want to have a nice wheel-to-wheel battle and take whatever penalty comes his way.
And this is why you always watch the stream, because you know when people are looking at you. Of course, I'm joking. You never want to be doing corner cutting.
As we have Asa pitting now, also for fuel.
Yeah, oh, with only 2 litres left, literally leaving it to the last moment.
Yeah, I believe the closest margin we've seen so far is 1.1, but 2 is definitely not enough for a lap, so still cutting it quite close.
Yeah.
As I want to take a look at the 2 penalties we've seen so far, because Jedlin and Needlap both have done something wrong.
Oh yes, as I see their names flashing, 10-second penalties.
For each, yeah.
Maybe normally that would be due to coming into the pit lane at too high of a speed, or maybe just generally speeding in the pit lane. But
2 very naughty boys, that's for sure.
yeah, yeah. As he comes out, as Ashen Kira comes out behind Niederlap, which is not his teammate, but in a similar car.
Yeah, I have gotten those cars confused a few times.
Yeah, they've both got quite a orange design, I'd say. But yeah,
Ooh,
definitely.
I think Svi may have had a spin. He's suddenly 8 seconds behind Eddie, as he was 2 before we cut the feed to a different camera.
Ooh, definitely not. Not good for Svi at all. Maybe karma hitting him a little bit there for his small track extensions.
Also, want to mention Larudi, the still wingless Formula Renault car.
Wow.
Within half a minute of Ellie, so we may be seeing some action there too.
Ooh.
Ellie having had probably a considerable amount of crashes, which is unfortunate because I think there's definitely a lot of pace there.
Yeah, it's definitely gaining on Rudy there, as we have Ashen Kira definitely gaining on Need the Lap, as he's now becoming 1 second going through the first corner of Need the Lap, which is... Has Need the Lap got damage, or because Ashen Kira is absolutely gaining rapid as he gains so much in the braking zone, as we now hop on board from his T-cam, getting a lot better exit. Will Need the Lap defend? He does as he moves to the right. Can Ashen Kira get somehow a move round the outside? Late on the brakes, can he do it?
Wonderful
He does
move.
that. I must say that might be the overtake of the race right there. That was round the outside on that corner.
Oh, I've got big news though. Larudi is in the pits.
Larudi is in the pit.
Will he put on a new front wing?
This is the one question everyone has been asking in the race. Will the wing
runs
be
over his pit crew.
I am seeing hands going up.
I'm not seeing any front wing being put on.
Oh, is there a front wing?
I don't think there is. That car is still front wingless, but he has refueled.
He has. So he is.
Okay, so this is interesting. Larudi with 33 liters to the end of the race. What do the leaders have? 17,
Oh,
23, 19, and 29. I wonder if the top three still have to pit.
I don't know if Lewis maybe having maybe too little fuel, maybe might start having to do some lift and coast action. But they may be cutting it very close. It's going to be very interesting, starting from pole. And he's still, the man's a god. But the one thing he may not have considered is fuel, because these cars do eat up fuels. But what if you just look at his fuel consumption, you can see it slowly tick down every lap.
Yeah, at that speed, you're definitely not going to be saving a whole lot of fuel.
I believe this is going to be a very, very, very close scenario, because, I mean, who knows if Lewis doesn't save, or maybe he does have enough fuel and we're just completely chatting, but who knows, we might actually have a 1-2 for Kayser's team, the Ferrari, and that would just be, you know, I mean, they'd be doing better than Ferrari this year, so we definitely have to give them a round of applause for that if they somehow pull that off. As, yeah, definitely now only on 14 litres. This is going to be so close.
How many do you think it is per lap? 3 liters?
I believe it may be 2 litres a lap, I would say. So maybe...
Okay, 14 across the line. Let's stay on board with them for this lap.
Oh, maybe more than 4. Oh my god, he is going to be cutting it absolutely. It's going to be... You know, I am rocking back on my chair right now. I am absolutely terrified on what could possibly go wrong. I mean, he does have a 15-second gap, so I do believe there is time for him to, if it does come down to it, to do some lifting. But it's how much lifting he might need to do.
Definitely taking it very easy into that corner.
Yeah.
Maybe avoiding lockups to save the tires for the final few laps. Kaysa has caught him by about a second since our last check. That 16-second gap's gone down to 15, 14. I think Lewis might be fuel saving now.
Fuel saving, yeah.
Yeah, he's lost an entire second this lap. He's saving fuel.
This is going to come down to a nail-biting end.
He's already lost 2 whole liters still with the final sector to go.
Yeah, I'm definitely seeing some lift and coast action here, as we said. This is going to be absolutely... Oh my...
Yeah, it's more than 2.5 liters per lap. It's close to 3. And that's with fuel saving. Oh, I'm not sure if he's going to make it at this pace.
As I'm just looking at the chat now, Nico is technically... So Nico is actually, might be able to be getting a P10 as well, as I think he may be gaining on Jedlin. Which, I mean, if he gets behind him.
Yeah, it's still about a 14-second gap. If
Yeah,
you can catch that in about 6 laps.
Yeah.
Svi is catching Eddie once again, though. Ooh, staying within track limits this time, but losing the rear end in doing so.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Fighting the car very much there. Well held.
Is this back marker going to let Svi by?
We're about to find out.
Not into this corner, maybe. I mean, Svi has to take...
You never want to see that. I think that's a code brown for Svi there.
Yeah, very much.
That's the opposite of weight reduction.
Code brown for me as well, and I'm watching it. An absolute... But yeah, definitely gaining on Eddie after that small spin.
Meanwhile, Eddie only 2.7 seconds behind Mazia as Lewis continues to lose time. I think he's lost 3 to 4 seconds this lap alone.
I believe I saw someone in the wall. Back in corner 4. I don't know who that was.
Yeah, I've got no idea how to. I'll just switch to everyone really quickly. Oh,
Wait, did I just see
was
Svi
that?
without a wing?
That is.
That is Svi without a wing.
with a Larudi cart. This keeps happening as soon as we cut away.
We always, it's like, you know,
Meanwhile,
it's the
Larudi has
opposite.
pitted again. Has he put on a? He's put on
He's
a
put on
wing!
front wing! Yeah, oh my god. This is...
A
This,
monumental. Oh, someone spins in the final corner but
Oh.
keeps it out of the wall. Oh my goodness.
yeah, LaRue's putting on a wing though, so I need to get my notepad out. I'm writing this in the history books. Yeah, finally putting on that front wing. How close is... Oh my god, they, still watching. Oh my god. I was just about to say, yeah, Lewis, Kay's definitely gaining now, as I was looking at the chat saying that less than 7 seconds between P1 and P2.
It's
But
less than
now
4 now with
it is 4. Oh my, with
2 laps to go.
2 laps remaining. Oh my.
He's got 6 liters left. I think he should make it.
I believe, yeah, this is going to be a close ending, as Kays is going to be giving it absolutely all. He's got, at this point, I believe Kays has got nothing to lose. If he spins, then chances are he'll
He's
just spin out.
practically got a pit stop behind him. He's completely free to attack as hard as he can.
This is going to come down to the end. Oh my god.
Must be said too, Dudek is within 10 seconds of Boj, so a little late there, but definitely still has amazing pace.
Yeah, this is... Oh, it's now gone down into the 2-second mark.
I think Lewis is pushing again, though. I think he saved enough fuel. There's only 1 lap left after this, and he's got 4.5 liters.
But has he done enough?
It's 2.2.
Kays has gained still a second a lap. Whether he can gain 2 seconds in this lap, this is going to be remarkable if he does. I will fully give it to him, as it has now hit the 2-second mark. Any back marker, anything could stop Lewis's march for pole. Or this will quite literally come down to the nails. Once again, Lewis trying to spread the gap with the 2 seconds.
Yeah, Keza doing everything there to try and stay close to him, but I think Lewis has picked up the pace again.
Yeah,
Not giving up, though. He's still pushing to the absolute limit in the braking zone of turn 2.3.
Yeah, K's only 0.9 thousandths off his
An amazing exit there. He's caught him by another half a second almost.
If there was another lap of this, then I mean there's still a couple corners for Lewis to spin, but I think Lewis might have this in the bag as long as he doesn't run out of fuel.
As there's currently a battle for P8 and 9 with Gogo. I think he may have just been passed, but let's cut back to P2 and 1 for now, as there's just a few corners left.
Oh, yeah, K's gaining a 5/10 through that last and second sector. I don't think it's enough though, because Lewis now comes to cross the line. He started on pole and he finishes in first. Oh my, what
a job well done, Lewis.
What an
well
amazing
done.
oh
as Case does a celebratory punt. You'll love to see it.
Honestly, that was such an amazing race. There was strategy, there was everything. Are there any other fights?
It's not over yet though.
Oh, who's this Dudek on... Nah, it's that sadly Dudek on back marker, not Boj, which everyone would have hoped for. But
yeah, unfortunately, still 8 seconds behind Boj there, who takes P3 and completes the podium. Dudek finishing behind the other two.
An unfortunate, a good race for his teammate. For the team standings, they'll definitely be happy. But
I honestly think they had it on pace. I think it might have just been the wrong strategy for them.
Yeah, working out for Lewis, just.
Well, as we see a whole gaggle of cars here coming into the final few corners.
Ashton Kira probably losing his wing as we see absolute understeer, it looks like. But what a close finish. With yeah, I mean
Oh.
This is the best part of it. Everyone just We had strategy coming into it. We had strategy. We had pace. We had anything, even a normal
It
F1
ended on a
race.
single second.
Oh my! What an absolute, just amazing finisher of a race. That was. Oh my! I wish I had more water. I've drunk it all from that race because that was very, very, very exhausting.
You've done a fast scout today.
I have. See, this is why I need to be affiliated, so that I can have that water thing.
I
It's like,
100% agree, and it's definitely interesting seeing how Lewis finished P1 on a similar strategy to K's and Bo's, though he put in a lot less fuel, which definitely potentially gave him the pace to set that flying lap of a 114.7, fastest lap of the race. And Dudek there trying the two-stop. Definitely fastest of the two-stoppers, the second fastest being Eddie over in P7, but yeah.
that's
I definitely think we'll be seeing a lot of action from these guys this season.
yeah. I'm quite amazed by the fact that I thought Lewis was on the same strategy as Dudek. Clearly not, but yeah, what an amazing. Unfortunate with the strategy of Dudek, maybe not putting enough fuel till the end, but definitely a really good race. I honestly was expecting a 1-2 finish for team. I can actually search it up now. Hold on. Here we go. For team. Oh, now I've actually got to find. For team Winged Hussars. That's a sick name. Winged Hussars.
The Winged Hussars is a reference to an elite unit of Polish soldiers back in the, I think it was the 17 or 1800s.
But yeah.
Perhaps even older.
Honestly, well, it's gonna be very close. If this race is like every race, we're gonna be seeing a whole Red Bull Mercedes overdo, because yeah, we got the two Scuderia L plans both in second and third, with the winged. How do you say it? Is it Huss? That's what I'm saying. I say everything.
It's Winged Hussars.
Hussars, the winged Hussars, both in first and fourth. So, who I believe Scuderia plan probably coming out on top when it comes to championship points, but when it comes to the individual championship, Lewis definitely happy with that.
Absolutely, I think they've done a pretty good job as a team. Dudek definitely going to be bummed out on missing out on the podium, but he should take as a consolence that he's definitely got the pace to be up there. So, can you remember where Mozzie started actually?
Mozzie, I believe. Mozzie. I don't remember where Mozzie actually started.
Yeah, I don't think he started up very high, but he finished a really respectable P6, so that's a good drive from him as well.
Yeah, that definitely. I definitely remember. Yeah, Mozzie definitely climbing the ranks and getting in. Okay, so it's now probably one of the most nerve-wracking times. It's the interview time.
Oh boy.
So, I'm looking at. Oh my god, we've actually got the top 4 in ready for interview right now.
All right.
That is perfect. So we could bring
Let's pull in 2 teammates at a time.
Okay, I shall let's drag in Bode and Kays first. Let's have a talk to them.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello guys, congrats on that double podium.
Thank you.
So, Keza, did you, at what point did you think that you could attack for first place there? Because you got extremely close towards the end.
I mean, to be honest, with Lewis being the newest MSR member, first of all, massive congrats to him. Absolutely no answer to his pace today. But we were in TeamSpeak, so we were talking, and he was committed to a 2-stop, but after the safety car, he basically winged it and got for a 1-stop, so I knew his tires would be off, and also his setup is a lot more tire dependent as mine. So I knew at some point I would get the chance, but I didn't think it would be that close in the end. I think one more lap and I probably would have had a proper fight with him for the win.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I think switching to the one stop definitely saved his race. Was there any communication with his teammate Dudek, who stuck to the two stop, which doesn't seem to have been the better strategy?
yeah, I think they talked, but apparently Dudek couldn't make it work on the tire life. I mean, almost Lewis couldn't make it work for the tire life. To be fair, he lost like, I don't know, 18 seconds in the end to me.
Yeah,
So it
Yeah,
was really.
we saw he was saving a lot of fuel towards the end. Did you have any idea how low his fuel was?
Yeah, he actually finished with 0.4, but I guess he'll tell you more about that once he gets in here.
Absolutely. Boj, how was your race getting that final podium spot, beating your rival Dudek to it? How'd it feel?
Well, not my favorite track, to be honest. So I'm very happy with this result today. Obviously, much due to Dudek having some strategy troubles, but yeah, still very happy. 0 fuck ups, and yeah.
Did you have any interesting moments early on in the race? Because I remember at the time we were looking at a lot of battles a bit more down the field.
Not particularly. I was trying to extend the first stint for as long as possible to have a tire advantage on the second stint. So it was just, yeah, trying to take it a little bit easy. But Mats was around 1 second behind me for at least 10 laps or so, I think.
Yeah, we definitely had a nice. I think it was you, Mats, and do you remember who else was right behind them, Nismo?
I believe it might have also been, I think, maybe, I believe it might have been Mozzie. I'm not quite sure on it, but I believe, yeah, someone was behind them.
That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Do
Well,
you have any? Oh no,
yeah.
go ahead.
No,
Well, I couldn't quite see, but I think it must have been Mats and yeah, can't remember.
I'm sure we can find it in the
very
replay.
secretive third driver.
I don't know if you saw, but I had I don't know 2 or 3 moments where my DRS didn't close into turn 9, and I had
Ooh.
one really scary moment which is just slid past the pit wall. So this could have been a race over for me, but gladly I held it. In the end, I'm a bit angry with me because of that mistake, because that clearly cost me the win in the end, because it was
Yeah,
easily like 4 or 5 seconds.
yeah, you're definitely not alone though, because I think we caught Lewis doing the exact same thing in the penultimate lap, probably. So that definitely gave you a advantage there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let me just say thanks for streaming tonight, guys. I'm really looking forward to see the replay. But I don't want to occupy more of your time, so probably it's wise to take on the winner team tonight.
All right,
And
Nismo,
yeah,
got any
thanks.
more questions for these two?
No, just apart from congratulations. I believe you guys would be leading the championship, the constructors.
I'll do the points right now, and then you can maybe show it in the end once you're finished with the interviews.
All
Okay,
right, greatly
yeah.
appreciated.
And yeah,
Right, see you guys.
yeah, we'll see you guys
ya.
later.
See you for the next one.
Okay, let's bring in Lewis and Dudek.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome, Winged Hussars.
Yes.
Congrats, first and for all, Lewis, on the win, and congrats not for the podium there, Dudek, but definitely for that blistering pace you had. Lewis, how did it feel to win the race by a single second?
Stressful. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Basically, I'd completely forgotten to think that an early safety car was a likelihood, and my strategy, or our strategy even, was kind of based around the fact that it was going to be green flag from like all the way through, and so yeah, I had to box incredibly early. So basically, my final stint was 30 laps on one set of tires and one fuel tank. But then with 5 or 6 laps to go, I realized I had 2 liters too few in the tank. So I had to do some very, very crazy lift and coast, dumping the clutch, and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
We saw you lose about 3 to 4 seconds a lap towards the end there.
Yeah, and part of that was, like, I think a second of that would have been tires, but most of it was, yeah, me just really trying not to lock up. trying to save fuel and all this kind of stuff. So it was, yeah, that was stressful. But like pace was fabulous, and I have to thank Dudek for his help with setup and everything, because without that, I wouldn't have been as competitive. So, yeah, I think we were hoping for more than one and four, but still, it's tremendous points. I guess we're probably kind of even, maybe slightly ahead of Keza and Borja France. We'll see.
Maybe,
But yeah, it was a very, very intense and fun race. I had a couple issues with back markers as well, but it wasn't too bad this time around. So yeah, very entertaining, and I'm very, very sweaty now.
On top of that, you got during qualifying, you were almost 5 tenths in front of second place, which was actually Dudek, which I just
Yeah.
thought, how how have you done that? You clearly hooked up every single corner. You've somehow, mastered it, and I mean it's quite amazing. I mean the fact that you've just said as well that you and Dudek won the same setup. That
Yeah, based on the same, I actually did do a couple of adjustments, which we kind of talked about between us, and we decided to go slightly different ways on specifically like damper settings. But
Yeah.
oh God, what can I say about qualifying? I was just every lap I found an extra tenth here, a tenth there. So yeah, crazy good. Very lucky with that, honestly. Like it just everything felt very consistent, which was nice.
So, Dudek, what kind of discussions were going on between you two teammates when Lewis decided to switch to the one stop?
Well, as Lewis pointed out, we basically completely didn't take into a factor that there could be a safety car, but so we were underfueled. We were literally just fueled for the first stint, just full green flag racing, and although yes, it helped us stretch out the tires a little longer because of course slowing down under safety car we weren't using as much fuel. Um, it definitely helped Lewis mainly, but unfortunately, like when I tried adjusting the strategy, I was gonna commit to the one stop as well, but because of the safety car, the estimated amount of liters of fuel I needed was well different to what it actually would have been if we would have been in green flag racing. So I underfueled in my actual first pit stop, which just basically ruined my race because I know for a fact I would have been caught by Kaiser, and I don't think I would have been caught by Boge. So I threw away the podium, but I was basically trying to be the second driver in that race if I did fuel the car enough, so just hold back Kaiser to guarantee at least Lewis the win.
Yeah, that is massively unfortunate there. When you eventually did end up pitting for the second time, did you put on fresh tires?
Yes, I put fresh tires. My main goal was basically to just push the car. I knew Boge was also on the one-stop strategy, but he did actually stay out for a lot longer than Kaiser, which, well, in hindsight, I didn't realize at the time, but because I was just focused on trying to catch him, that obviously meant he had a bit more tire wear towards the end, which definitely helped him. But on the last 5 laps, I think I was closing him like rapidly, but just a few mistakes because of less tire grip and my own tire wear going down. I was just having some oversteer moments, and all the time I gained on him, just I lost every time. So yeah.
Yeah, well, I was about to say, because I think you came out maybe 41, 42 seconds behind Lewis after your last stop, and you finished about 40 seconds behind. You definitely caught Boge quite a bit, but the blistering pace that we'd expect with those fresh tires just didn't seem to come.
Yeah, I also had quite a high engine damage. Although, well, it wasn't near engine blowing up territory, but for sure it did affect my straight line speed, and also I just didn't have the same confidence I had in the car when I previously practiced, because I think me and Lewis were quite evenly matched on pace during practice, but I just didn't have the confidence, and yeah, that's what happened really.
I mean, it is better to not crash and finish P4 than to crash and finish P10. So
Oh, definitely. I was just basically at the point where I realized I wasn't catching Boj at all. Once I left the pits, I had a quick battle with Mats, and then I just tried to extend the gap as much as I can and just secure P4.
yeah, we noticed you did come out right behind him, and we figured that might hold up your like like journey to Boj a little bit with all the dirty air and such. But you ended up making it past him pretty smoothly.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect him to. I don't know if I went for a move straight away, or maybe a lap later. I think it was a lap later. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I mean, I didn't expect him to break so early, and also because I had so much more tire grip compared to him, I was able to brake a lot later into the hairpin T2, and then I was side by side going into the downhill right-hander, and I was just able to outbrake him, make sure he couldn't do a switchback, and keep him in the dirty air for the mid sector where it just completely destroys your grip.
Yeah, and I think it makes a lot of sense too. You see Matt's there on the one stop with a 16 flat for fastest lap. I think he had a bit of a slower car, but quite a stable one, which is why it was fairly easy to pass him on those fresher tires as well.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Any other noteworthy moments from the race you'd like to share?
I'll be honest. I think the only person I actually overtook in that race was Mats. I was just basically focused on trying to drag out the tires as long as I can, just not make mistakes, be consistent, and yeah, that was pretty much it.
Same here. I mean, it was encouraging. So both of our first stints were for a two-stop race, so that's why we came in kind of lap 17, lap 18, rather than 24, which is when most people boxed, or around about there. It was encouraging to see that the tyres were holding on quite well, which actually I wasn't expecting. So the 30-lap stint I knew was going to be like feasible on the tyre, but the fuel thing was just an element I was not expecting. I'm glad I realised when I did, otherwise it would have been no points for me. So yeah, and also I've just seen in the team standings we are 1 point ahead of Scuderia El Plan. So
Ooh.
yeah,
Neck and neck.
very very close.
Yeah.
I think it also will be 2 points because you had fastest lap. I'm pretty sure of the race.
Yeah, he has fastest lap.
Is fastest
Yes.
lap counting as well?
I think it used to be.
I mean, I definitely think it should be, in fact, because then that'll make things a lot more interesting. But what is it? Because I mustn't lie, but going into practice, because I was watching you guys going to practice, I was thinking to myself, maybe Kays and Bode might be sandbagging it. Maybe they just haven't had enough practice and stuff. And then going into qualifying, you both get a front grid lockout.
Yeah, that was
is
nice. To be fair, that was so
Yeah,
nice.
it's lovely.
Yeah,
It was lovely.
and I'm just here like, this is nothing like pre-season. This is where you're fighting to try get past Ash and Kira. But yeah, honestly, an amazing qualifying by both of you, and especially making it from staying in first, all basically, except for pit stops, basically staying in first the entire race, which is just amazing.
Yeah, it was close. I mention I crossed the line with 0.4 liters of fuel, so that's how close it was at the end.
So not even
it was
another lap.
It was code brown all the way, man, from like lap 43. Yeah, it was tense. So yeah, a good race. I think we should be pleased with that. And then I think heading into Monaco, we might get a similar result, but I would expect that Dudek and I will be flipped. I expect Dudek will be faster.
Yeah,
around
Well, let's
Monaco.
hope that won't be a literal flip.
Oh yeah, please no. It's
Speaking
possible.
of literal flips, do you guys know what happened to Daylau at the start? Because his car actually got flipped before turn 1 and he was forced to retire.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was an interesting one.
I had no idea. I only heard safety car. I heard there was an incident, but I didn't see it personally. I was just so focused on making sure I get a decent start and at least protect Lewis's first position.
I think the thing that caused him to retire was a lack of a reset button. So he wasn't able to right the car So
Yes.
And since
Yeah, always
ghosting
gotta
was
map those
on,
crucial
yeah,
buttons.
yeah, it's definitely I mean, to be fair, on his behalf, I don't think anyone was expecting to see anyone flip. That was just.
I
was
wasn't expecting an incident straight off the line. I'm very curious to see what happened with that, so I'm looking forward to watching the stream back.
Yeah, it gave me a bit of Joe and Silverstone vibes.
Oh God, yeah, of
But
course.
yeah, but that was, very interesting to see straight away, not even before the first corner, just seeing a car being almost launched, and then seeing 4 cars after safety car boxing. But yeah, honestly, an amazing race though.
Yeah, thank
For
you.
you, so unfortunate for you, Dudek, but at least you got some good points, and yeah,
I'm smiling through the pain. Don't worry. Because I know if I had that one stop, yeah, that would have been my first. My first.
yeah. I mean,
It's
Oh.
gonna come though, and like I
Yeah,
said, like
Monaco.
yeah, without Dudek's setup help, like I would have been like 9/10 of a second slower every lap. So yeah, he really helped me a lot.
that's,
And another question I'd like to ask, seeing your really strong performance in this round, at which track do you winged Hussars expect to really spread your wings at the most?
Well, Dudek's got to be Monaco, right, for you?
I think Monaco, yes, and I'm very down to also help you a lot with Monaco. So
Cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll park the bus, no problem. I don't know what my other kind of, if there is another track that I'm going to like as much as Red Bull Ring, because this is by far and away the track that I've done the most mileage on.
I think
So-
Monza maybe.
yeah. I was gonna say
or
we
Spa.
still have some more high speed ones like Monza, Kota.
Okay, Kota, I think I will get on with very well. The others, not so much, I don't think. Kota, I will enjoy.
Yeah, it's for some people not the favorite, but yeah, definitely I think gonna produce some good racing on that track.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so with you guys leading by 1 point, that's going to be very interesting. Tension's going to be high, I guess. I'm kidding. It's not Drive to Survive. But yeah, honestly, amazing win for you, Dudek. Unlucky. Hopefully, I mean, you say Monaco's one of your favourites. I'm going to be hoping to see a first place, if not at least the podium. But all the best, and I believe, all the best for next race, and we'll see you. See you for next race.
Lovely, thank you very much.
In a bit.
Okay, well, that all wrapped up. There's only a couple things that I can now say now, which is thank you for watching. This has been GT Nismo commentating with yours truly, WM Martin, as well.
Grazie ragazzi.
And yeah, we will hopefully see you next Monday, or maybe sooner before that. So to all those who are watching, thank you for watching, and yeah, we will see you next time.